have a real good recipe to tell you about. This recipe is a recipe about chicken and dumplings.
Banana bread.
Las tortillas. This dish called goulash.
Mango cheesecakes.
My mom would make boi guong, which is a Vietnamese roll, and most people know them as summer rolls or spring rolls.
My dad, he was the cook for the family, and he was also the baker for the family. And sometimes, often Saturday mornings, early Saturday mornings, he would wake up early in the morning and he would bake banana bread.
Well, every time on the holidays, whether it's Christmas or Eid, which is the end of Ramadan, we make a lot of cheesecakes, and we tend to make a lot of mango cheesecakes. So there's been times when we're cooking up to like 20 mango cheesecakes, and they're in our ovens and in our refrigerators, and we give them away to friends and families as gifts.
Well, I like to try everything.
A story that happened to me in a kitchen once was when I was little and I was visiting my grandmother's house, and it turns out it was a special feast kind of day. This was in India, and she needed somebody to make 100 little Indian bread, which we call luchi. And she asked, and I said I would help, and I was I think 7 or 8, and she said, no, you can't make 100 of those. And I said, yeah, I can make it, of course I can make it, Grandma. And so I sat and I rolled the luchis out of the flour, and they're really small, so they go pretty quick. And when somebody saw that and ran outside and told everybody else that I was making 100 of these and nobody would believe it, and they all came into the kitchen to look.
It was my mom's birthday, and my dad came home with lobsters, and they were actually alive.
An event that I remember in the kitchen was maybe when I was 10 years old, and I was in the kitchen alone, and I wanted a piece of fruit. And so I went into my grandmother's kitchen and I used one of her knives, and she had one of these Japanese knives that were super sharp. And so I remember cutting a piece of melon and also just about cutting my finger off as well. And I didn't tell anybody.
Well, I stopped, learning Chinese cooking when I was here, as a dishwasher, as how to cook rice, and then little by little I learned by myself by reading all the recipe things, and I come up with my own cooking style. So I'm running my own restaurant, for 30 years. I just sold my restaurant 2 years ago, and I start my retired life. And the favorite is still my compound sauce.
I learned to cook from recipes, from friends, family, just kind of observing and watching and how they were cooking.
My Aunt Bonnie and my grandmother both came over and taught me in my little apartment how to make chicken and dumplings and rolling out the dough. Whereas my kids grew up, they always asked, well, when are we going to have chicken and dumplings? Because it was a favorite dish at family festivals and holidays and different things. So now I have taught my children how to make chicken and dumplings.
I don't remember this that much, but I don't know if I felt frightened because I was like 1 year old and I was just sitting in a chair. I was worried for the lobsters because I don't really like seeing animals getting killed, so when my dad was cooking them they smelled really bad, but when they were actually done and I tasted one, it tasted really good.
How do you feel about it? Because she's my helper.
I kind of feel like it's a little fun. I kind of like doing it when we do it at Christmas and Eid. And I like doing it when sometimes we do it for my family and for my mom.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.